2 crew members are abandoning their stricken B-17. Happened hundreds or thousands of times during the Second World War. Only few were captured on camera. This picture shows the B-17 patches. US Army Air Force's serial number 4229856. The picture was taken on May 10, 1944. Target was aircraft factory in Wiener Neustadt, Austria. And the B-17 was piloted by 2nd Lieutenant Raymond J. Scranton and his crew. They were hit by flak over the target area. 2 engines feathered and fuel leaking from the left wing tanks. Shortly after the picture was made, the plane went into a slow turn, losing altitude, and then blew up. 8 of the crew got out. Note that the waist door is still closed, and the 2 men in the picture bailed out of the bomb bay or nose hatch. 4 men left the B-17 through the bomb bay. Boy turret gunner Staff Sergeant Joseph P. O'Donnell, radio operator Technical Sergeant John P. Kempf, engineer Technical Sergeant William G. Mays, and left waist gunner Staff Sergeant Carmelo A. Torres. 3 men bailed out of the nose hatch. Bombardier 2nd Lieutenant Richard M. Schooler, Navigator 2nd Lieutenant William K. Moyer, and the co-pilot, 2nd Lieutenant Donald R. Ewing. Tail gunner Staff Sergeant Orville L. Stark bailed out of the tail escape hatch. All of them became prisoners of war. Waist gunner Staff Sergeant Horace E. Stewart Jr. was killed. The circumstances why he failed to leave the B-17 can be found in the individual questionnaire about him, issued by Staff Sergeant Carmelo A. Torres, the other waist gunner, and reads as follows.
He seemed very excited and was trying to bust open the waist door, which was stuck. When I dashed towards the bomb bay door to bail out, he was still trying to open the waist door. I do not think he followed me out. The release cable for opening the door in an emergency was rusty and out of condition. The plane itself had over 100 missions in her. Besides that, she was an old plane, while everyone else had a new plane. If our new plane had never been taken away, this would never have happened to him.
Imagine, he is behind the waist door in the picture and trying to open it to get out. You know he won't make it. The pilot, 2nd Lieutenant Raymond J. Scranton, was the second casualty. He was last seen in the pilot's seat by the co-pilot and engineer. Lieutenant Scranton was recovered dead at the crash site with Staff Sergeant Stewart. I have found 2 photos of him in the German document ME 1172, which is a report about downed Allied aircraft. The individual questionnaire about Lieutenant Scranton, issued by Staff Sergeant Carmelo A. Torres, reads as follows.
To my knowledge of being the last one out, I kept hearing bail out over the interphone. Then he coughed up as if he got hit. All this time, he kept yelling for us to bail out. He could have done so himself. Instead, he kept his position, keeping the plane under control to make sure we would all have enough time to bail out. Without him, none of the rest of the crew would be alive today. Believed to be dead, he deserves the highest honor the country can bestow upon his soul.
The individual questionnaires can be found in the Missing Aircrew Report 4846. And 3 eyewitness accounts to the loss of Lieutenant Raymond J. Scranton's crew and the B-17 are in the same Missing Aircrew Report. First one is by Captain Sherman D. Stanfield and reads as follows.
At approximately 11:15 hours on the morning of 10th of May 1944, just after turning off the target at Wiener Neustadt, Austria, Lieutenant Scranton's ship was hit by flak. He was flying about 50 feet off our right wing, and I first noticed gasoline escaping from his left wing. The gasoline ignited, and flames started trailing the wing. Lieutenant Scranton's ship started to slide out of formation, and I saw one man jump. I saw the body fall several thousand feet, apparently a delayed jump. Crew members on my plane reported that they saw 7 chutes open. The burning ship passed out of my field of vision, and about 4 minutes later, crew members reported that the ship exploded.
The second statement was made by 2nd Lieutenant Carl B. Hardy and reads as follows.
With regards to the number of men that parachuted out of the ship flown by Lieutenant Scranton, our ship, pilot captain, J.H. Stein, was led ship of the 3rd box over the target in our group. The ship that went down was followed to the ground by our ship crew. 7 members of the crew were seen to bail out, but it is possible that other members of the crew bailed out and were not seen by our crew.
The third and last eyewitness statement by Staff Sergeant Vincent Pepperone reads as follows.
The plane slid out of formation with number 2 engine on fire. It then went into a wide circle where I saw the first man jump from the plane but never was able to see his chute open. As the plane kept circling, I counted 6 more men jumping from the plane with their chutes opening. The circles of the plane became tighter as the plane descended, and it also seemed to be going into a dive. At this time, I saw 3 sections of flame from the plane falling towards the earth where it exploded. I do not know who the pilot was on the particular ship, but I heard over interphone that it was Lieutenant Scranton.
This is the area where the picture was taken and how it looks today. It's just southwest of Wiener Neustadt. The coordinates are on the screen and in the video description below. The B-17 crashed shortly after the picture was taken, only 6 kilometers or 3.7 miles away in this area. According to the German report ME 1172, 3 kilometers or 1.8 miles northeast of Roosdorf. Patches was assigned to the 346th Bomb Squadron, 99th Bomb Group in May 1943, transferred to the 815th Bomb Squadron, 483rd Bomb Group on March 31, 1944. According to Staff Sergeant Torres, this B-17 flew at least 100 combat missions and can therefore be called Century Bomber. If this video and story was interesting to you, please like and share this video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my B-17 YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.